Hey everyone, nerdygymbros here. Today we're talking about Stranding, which I have to say is one of the weirdest looking, coolest games that are like out there right now. Well, not out there, but just out in development.
Yeah.
It's so... I don't even have the words for it. It's unique. I mean, there's nothing that you can go, oh, it looks like this, or oh, it looks like this. It's legitimately like its own entity in itself. It's
very Kojima.
Yeah, it's artistic. I love it. And I don't know anything about it. But it look you go back to the E3 trailer, you go back to the recent trailer when Troy Baker was announced in it. I mean, everything about it, it draws me in more, as much as it creeps me the hell out.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's definitely going to be like some serious jump scares in it. And I don't think it's a horror game of any sort, but I feel like I feel like I'm going to be jump scared.
Probably true.
I mean, look at the actors the game's pulling in. I mean, and then they're doing the whole not facial recognition, but basically putting them into it. I forget the name. There's a special name for it, and I can't remember what it is right now. But it looks fantastic. The game looks beautiful.
Especially when they do the whole dots on it.
Yeah,
that's how they used to do it. Where they put all
it's
the
like
dots
performance
on
capture.
Yeah, in a way.
In a way.
Just with all the
high def.
weird shit going on in it.
Yeah. What did you think of that? Cat monster?
Could be a cat monster. Could be a lion monster. Could
I was just saying.
Either way,
did the whole cat thing. Oh yeah. The thing is, it looked like it was going to kill our character.
Oh, yeah, it was summoned by Troy Baker's character, who I think has been announced as an antagonist of the...
I was like, he didn't look like he wanted to be petted. He didn't look like he was going to take us for a ride. I mean, he was going to destroy us.
Sounds like Troy Baker's character is channeling a little bit of crazy in it.
I'm okay with crazy.
Which I think is fun. Just good. And I love Troy Baker as an actor. Just because, from Booker DeWitt to Italian to... everything and anything between Joker.
Yeah.
What's his name from Last of Us?
Joel.
Or, yeah, was it Joel?
Joel and Ellie, I think.
For some reason I had the word name Sam in my head, I don't know why.
That's Uncharted 4.
Oh.
He played Drake's brother.
I knew he played Drake's brother, I forgot that his name was Sam though.
I got him covered, everyone. Don't you worry.
But I like him at it. And Ocelot from Phantom Pain. We had the guy from the Japanese voicing Snake playing a character in it for the Japanese version of it, not the American version. So it'd be interesting if they end up pulling another Snake voice from somewhere to play the same character for the American.
That'd definitely be humorous.
But I mean, overall, though, it's just the game to me is like this wonderfully weird thing. I mean, there's literally I've never seen anything that I can recall. Granted, I'm sure there's horror games that might have something remotely similar to the monster kind of stuff that's going on.
99% of the time I steer clear.
Yeah, I don't play horror games or watch horror movies or anything like that.
The only time I watch horror games is when I'm watching someone go through it and they're getting scared. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm not you right now.
But, so I don't know how much of it is similar to the horror games, but to me it's just this...
What is it exactly? Because...
I mean,
that's the one thing I haven't been able to pinpoint yet, is what type of game
from what
are they...
I know it's an action game, which, I mean, it could have stealth elements too. I mean, you have that thing on your shoulder that senses that weird
thing,
shit.
I really like that thing. And I think it's such a simple complex, it lights up when whatever those, I'm going to refer to them as monsters right now because I don't know the technical name for them, whenever those invisible monsters are around, it's like...
Yeah, or the not so invisible monsters like Troy Baker's character in the giant.
Yeah, that thing was going nuts.
Yeah, but I don't understand what whole baby stuff they got going on, or
I honestly feel like the baby thing is some form of a reincarnation type thing. When your character gets killed, maybe that's used to bring you back or something like that.
Or maybe find it to get back to living. Because I think that if you die, you go into...
Or maybe it's a DNA thing, or you're trying to keep this pure DNA away from whatever's going on in the world.
Yeah, I don't know about that stuff. I know that, or I think it's the same.
I am just theorizing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just throwing things out there as they come to my mind.
I think that it's a action game, or that's been said it's been an action game, but I mean it could be a stealth game at the same time.
Isn't that like they can't mix it?
Because it doesn't look like Norman Reedus' character is much of a snake.
Battler.
Yeah, he's not a not liquid snake, a solid snake or a venom snake or
I haven't
big boss or
seen
whatever
any
snake
weapons or anything like that to fight off these monsters. It's always every time they come around, it's like don't move.
Yeah.
But I mean, with that giant cat monster, I don't think don't moving there is a good idea. I think running the opposite direction.
Running is probably your best
And he was
option.
carrying someone on his back too, and obviously we don't know who it is, but I mean...
that's another thing. There's so many questions as to what the hell is actually going on there. Like, why is he carrying that person on his back?
Well, I remember, like, in the trailer, like, he was, like, delivering, like, boxes and stuff like that. Like, he'd have, like, boxes, like, stacked on top of him, and he'd be walking with them. And one
thing...
thing...
time just delivering it. That would kind of
I doubt it.
I didn't Gymnos, I doubt it's going to be a delivery game, but I mean... But if it was just a delivery game, that would totally bum me out. Like,
but if it was a delivery game with a great story, you would shut the fuck up and you would enjoy it.
Probably. If you got me invested in a delivery game, then yeah, I would story.
I doubt it's that, though.
No, I doubt it, but there's so many, like, unknowns to it right now that it's...
I love the environment. I mean, you think of, like I said, I'm going back to E3 trailer right now in my head. I mean, you had that beautiful green landscape, then you had, like, the water and everything, and it looked beautiful. But then you have like these dark moments, like in the Troy Baker trailer, and then the one before that, where it's like it's either raining or it's just kind of like a dark onset where all of a sudden like these monsters are coming out and stuff like that.
I remember reading somewhere that there's something to do with some kind of rain. It's like time fall or something like that. That whatever the rain touches, it deteriorates or ages or something. So
I wonder how that works for the character then.
I wonder how that's going to work in the regular game. Like, is it going to be points in the game where all of a sudden we have to run for cover because time fall is coming in? Because I think I saw that as like open world partially as well. So it's like, are we going to be in the open world and then like the weather effect or time? Day and night cycle.
Think about the technology behind that to be able to. Let's say it's going to change a portion of the landscape wherever the storm goes through. I mean, just think about that in itself. I mean, I think that's pretty damn interesting. Not only interesting, but just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like going back many years. The first like cool day-night cycle thing was Pokemon Gold and Silver. That was like the first time that we had ever experienced a day and night cycle in a video game back on the Game Boy. So it's like looking back at the history of the game that we've experienced specifically to see that if this timefall thing is really going to permanently affect the environment in some way, that in and of itself is just an amazing advancement in the 20 years that we've been around. But I mean, I don't.
And talking about the time, what's it called? Timefall, right?
I think it's called Timefall.
But you think about that, it's like, what will that do to the character? Your character. I mean, if it touches you, is the clothing that you have on, is it going to age? If it touches you, or is the spots on that hits you, is that going to age?
Is there any protection from it?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many questions. But I'm completely excited to see. I want to see more.
Like, I wonder what Norman Reedus' character is doing. I wonder what Mads Mikkelsen's character is doing.
Because I thought Mads' character was a bad guy. Is he?
Be.
I mean, he looks like a bad guy.
He might still be a bad guy, but everybody thought that the Golden Mask person was Mads, and all of a sudden it was Troy Baker. So I wonder how. I wonder how many antagonists there are going to be, and I wonder how. Obviously, you are the protagonist, but obviously the protagonist has allies. At least in my head, that's how it works. So I wonder how many... Didn't work for that one guy that got dragged away by all those monsters in the one trailer.
You have to make sacrifices. He made a noble sacrifice. He got dragged away so Norman's character could live. I mean, shit happens.
Plot armor.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for this.
Like the plot armor wearing in Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain right at the beginning when you're hiding under that bed and the one person gets dragged, but the guy doesn't notice you're hiding under the bed.
That actually scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
everything was fine, and then all of a sudden, Krieg, I was like,
Yeah, that was plot armor at its finest.
But this game looks brilliant. I mean, I want to every time he comes up with a video of it, I just get excited. And because every video that's come out so far has intrigued me more and more about Death Stranding. And I know nothing about the story or anything, but every time trailer comes out and it looks brilliant, just how it goes, it gets me intrigued. And I really hope there's not a lot of toenail rips. I barely could handle the one at E3. It hit me right.
Why did you have to remind me of this?
It hit me right in the stomach. Like,
the worst one I've ever had to deal with was during God of War 3 with fucking...
What happened in God of War 3?
You don't remember that? You're fighting the giant titan and you have to rip his nails out?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep. Forgot that completely.
I think it was Kronos.
Yeah, that conversation can end right there.
But, I couldn't remember. God. I mean, overall, the story of it, I think, the name Death Stranding has to do with... I think I said it already. Whales beaching themselves. I don't remember if I said that in this video. I just know I said it recently.
So is it a game addressing things like depression or what?
I mean,
I just wonder if there's a deep, like a psychological thing about the game, or I was just asking because of what you just said.
No, I don't know the answer. I just know that.
Well, damn it, Tai. How the hell am I supposed to get excited about these things if you don't have the answers?
I was just theorizing as you were a few minutes ago, so
I guess I deserve that.
Yeah, you did. But that part of it has to do with whales beaching, or the concept of that name in and of itself has to do with how whales beach themselves and end up dying, and then there's theories of why that whales do that in real life. So I wonder if it's going to tie in, like you said, with like a depression or with just life and death, or how that all strings
that's what I was getting at. Like, I
together.
wonder if this could be like this deep psychological like story rooted in it, like you were saying, like life and death and how things connect in the world and things like that. So I really,
in a way, if you want to look at it another way, because art is an expression, I wonder if this game came to be during all the stuff that was happening between Konami and Kojima and what he experienced at Konami, and that it's reflecting different thoughts or stuff that he had, or just emotions that he had. I mean,
or things that he was thinking through.
Yeah, I mean, what we experience, definitely for people that do art and everything, affects the art that they do.
Yeah, that's
whether
what
it's music, or it's literal painting, or it's writing, or it's video games. I mean, Kojima's the brains behind it.
Yeah, so even video games are a form of art. And so, I mean, obviously Kojima is one of the best, if not the best, as far as storytelling and everything else. So I'm very interested in where, like you said, like maybe it was him working out his thoughts and everything. I mean, that would be interesting.
I mean, he's in the game already.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was literally like, hey, look, I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I couldn't find it in the video. I ended up finding someone who paused the video enough and circled what looked like Kojima, which he ended up saying that he was one of those little mud creatures when Troy Baker punches the ground with his mask. So
was it really a punch? I don't remember.
I thought
it was just like here, let me summon some things.
It's either a punch or just play
summoning jutsu.
Well, I mean, he did.
He summoned a beast.
He did summon a beast, and he did play Pain.
There's a tie in there. You just wait and see. Death Stranding and Naruto, the story you never knew.
Who knew Troy Baker was playing Pain again?
Yes, in another dimension.
Yeah. My pain is greater than yours.
Oh man. But we're rambling now.
Yeah.
Naruto and Death Stranding, the story you never knew. But long story short, I guess, because
Death Stranding is wonderfully weird and has me confused and excited all at the same time about what the hell is going on.
This is when is it coming out? Do you know, or is there like a time frame?
Kojima said, I think he said it's going to be coming out in 2019. I think.
What year?
2018. At the end of it.
All right. So
good. I mean, there's no official.
Right. That's
fine.
There isn't going to be an official. But either way, I mean, this is a game I am completely keeping my eye on it because every time Kojima's like, here's another one, and it's always it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's artistic. It has me wanting more, and that's what video gaming should be about. It should be about drawing you in. It should be about storytelling. So this has me 100% intrigued.
Agreed.
But yeah, those are our thoughts and some of our theories. Our multiverse theory.
I knew Booker DeWitt was in this too.
Oh wow, yeah, that's right. Oh wow.
It always starts at a lighthouse.
If there's a lighthouse in the game, and
Run. Just run.
Just don't even go near it.
Don't even go near it. Just run away.
Unless Elizabeth's there, then you run towards it. And
No, you run away because she's going to drown your ass.
Well, maybe she's not going to. Maybe you're not Zachary Comstock.
But how do you know if you're Zachary Comstock or Booker DeWitt?
A nosebleed. If you have a nosebleed, you're in trouble. But those are our thoughts and theories about Death Stranding. This game obviously has us excited. So make sure you leave a comment down below. Let us know what video game you want us to cover next. Make sure you subscribe to our channel where we talk about video games. And make sure you give this video or headbutt the like button. Don't just give it a thumbs up. Headbutt that motherfucker. Just wham!
Break your computer screen or your phone.
Yeah.
We're not paying for it, so don't actually do that.
But yeah, those are our thoughts and theories. So make sure you tune in for our next video, whenever that'll be. We also have an Instagram and a Twitter, so go swing over there and follow us. It's at nerdygymbros, just like it is on YouTube, all lowercase. So this is Nerdy Gym Bros, signing off.